Hey everybody, this is Rydo and we are back to Battle Chef Brigade. Let's continue. So, yeah, we did, I guess, the hunt and the restaurant and all of that before. And so we are just at the final battle. This could be our last episode, but I suspect not. It's been a while once again since I last played because this game is really failing to keep my interest. Now, in all fairness, I do have several distractions that I've taken up in the meantime, but yeah, this story is not grabbing me and not interesting me, and the gameplay is not really grabbing me.
It's been a long road for you, hasn't it, Pumpkin? Sent back home and then brought right back in.
See, in this character is named Razzle. And I feel like she is the one that expelled you, but she was in a different outfit. So I don't know if this character if there's another character that kind of looks like Razzle and I've confused the two, or if there's only been Razzle, and she really hasn't played a part in the story either, other than the occasional principal. And that's about it. She's acted as a principal that you might see in a school walking down the halls once a week or so. She's not really taking on the role of a mentor.
But here you are, ready to earn your uniform.
And even if there was a whole second, another act, another chapter after this, I don't see how Razzle is going to play a big role in the story or be well integrated into playing a big role in the next part of the story, because there's just not been enough foundation laid down for there to be a real relationship of even a teacher-student relationship that has been done here. Like, I could see the idea where in the next chapter one small troop of the Battle Chef Brigade has to go to war against all the other Battle Chef Brigades, and maybe Razzle would be included in the small group, but I don't know.
It's been a whirlwind, that's for sure.
Let's just move forward.
Once you're ready, let me know and we'll head to the Coliseum.
Okay, so we're going to challenge her specifically, and almost certainly we are going to have a red, green, and blue essence cooking challenge, so I can't imagine that there's anything that really needs to change there. Let's see. Slowly repairs fragile, slowly promotes taste gems. Still think that is the right setup. Let's challenge.
Ready, instructor.
Let's break a dish.
They're trying to introduce this let's break a dish concept. So we'll have 4 mana, 4 satchel slots, all the ingredients for the monster themes, 2 promotions, combo pan, poison and bone, and promote taste gems. It probably isn't even really worth it to have the purifying element as much as it is to just have the cutting board. And I hit A instead of X to continue. That button is totally in the wrong place. And I don't think they're going to introduce another area, so there's only 2 areas in the entire, well, 3 areas. There's a sky area, there's a forest area, and there's a cave area. There seems to be no water area because they don't want to have any kind of fishing. They could have had like a waterfall area where fish would fall down and you could kick them out of the air.
Let's hear it for the Iron Stomach.
You could also have had a desert area. You could have had a plains area. You could have had probably a swamp area. There's quite a few areas. You could just go through the Minecraft biome list and pick different areas and have more animals, but clearly the budget was not spent on making more animals, or more areas, which would have made this game more of a game. Instead, it was spent on, well, I don't know where the budget went here. It kind of seems like it went nowhere. Like, there's writing, and I think it mostly went in the writer's pocket because the animation doesn't look great.
In order to join the ranks of the Battle Chef Brigade, she must fight her way through one final gauntlet.
And see, this is weird because if you lost against this gauntlet fight, then are you not allowed in the Battle Brigade? Even though I'm 7-0 as far as challenges?
This bout will consist of 3 rounds. For each round, Mina must triumph over one of our most formidable veterans.
So this is going to be about 15 minutes, 18 minutes of gameplay,
In the spirit of fair play,
which will be the
these
longest.
veterans will wait several minutes before starting to cook.
Interesting.
Are you ready to take on this challenge?
You can't actually look over and see what the competitor is doing. Why?
Yes.
Yes.
Then, without further ado, I summon the final 3.
Have never seen this character before.
Spoon,
This seems way too on the head. Fork.
fork,
Yeah.
lieutenants. Any words of advice for our chef before you go head to head?
Ridiculous names.
Be true to yourself. Of course, you should think about your diner's experience, but make sure you're in love with the dish you're creating.
Let's have some fun. The real loser in any cook-off is the one that isn't enjoying themselves.
Okay, so there's a bit of an issue with Spoon in a few different ways because she's probably a fairy, she's probably an adult, she sounds like she's voiced as a kid. She's also the only dark-skinned, like dark-skinned character we've seen. Also, I believe Fork is the old man that we saw feeding the pigeons on the bench.
Always have a plan and stay sharp. Without focus, any talented chef can lose track of time.
Thank you for your wisdom, lieutenants. I shall now
Now,
impart
if
some of my own.
Spoon was really a kid, then that really makes the whole system questionable that the kid would become a lieutenant.
Mina, you may face this challenge by yourself, but you have not walked this path alone.
At this point, the parents of Mina should be in the audience also, and they probably won't mention it.
In times of doubt, close your eyes and think of your loved ones. You will find their strength inside of you, filling your heart and pushing you to be your best self.
See, that would be interesting if there was some gameplay mechanic around that sentence
The
that
best chef
you
is
could
the one who understands
somehow
their
cheat.
bond, one who translates that love into their cuisine. Mina, in this first round, you need only make one dish for our favorite politician, Ambassador Akebo.
Okay.
I'm no stranger to settling diplomatic disputes, but somehow this feels more intense. Best of luck to you, Mina. While surrounded by all this culinary fervor, I'd be remiss not to ask for a bold, fire-laden...
So it
entree.
seems like what we're going to do is we're going to have one round in one area, one round in another area, and one round in another area, and that'll be about it.
Well said. With each round, we will reveal another judge, and you'll need to cook a dish for each. Please don't forget that.
So the only thing they could do right now is say that the main ingredient is the dragon.
We will also connect the magic portals to a different arena per round.
So they are magic portals. They should have mentioned that up before this point.
The theme ingredients for this match are special indeed. They represent the most sacred aspects of the brigade. Passion. A brigadier is not simply a chef. They are an ambassador. They spread education and joy where once there was famine and despair. The fire in a brigadier's heart is crafted from their never-ending desire to aid others.
Is that really what they do?
There is but one
I thought they
creature
kind of
on
just
Victusia whose
hunted and
fury
sold
can
meat.
match their fire. The merciless dragon.
So 3 ingredients from the dragon.
Lieutenant Spoon, Lieutenant Fork, if you would please return to your stations until it's time for your matches. A former soldier turned brigadier, Lieutenant Knife is equally adept at satisfying discerning palates and disarming enemies. They call her the Judge's Downfall. On behalf of the Brigade Committee and all of Victusia, vive la Brigade!
See, Vive la Brigade should be break a dish, or the other times that we've heard the phrase break a dish should have been Vive la Brigade. Now,
Whose cuisine will reign?
the problem with fighting these big creatures is it's just going to take a lot of time, and if I lose one challenge, the question will quickly become, do I restart the whole challenge, or do I Alright, now while I'm doing that, let's see, that was not really needed. Let's go ahead and get each of these instead. And that'll be that. And then we'll get fiery sauce. And we'll get the watery sauce anyways. Now I just got knocked out. But that's no good. And we have a very small amount of time to try and work into this. Alright, so I'm gonna do this, and this. And that was like the worst way possible to have done that and start that cooking, but whatever. And I'm gonna grab the watery sauce in the hopes that it lasts later. And alright, now while that is cooking, we'll see if we can. Nope, die again.
More than I'd like to admit.
Good. Jarvis Chef is approved.
I'll take your word for it.
Alright. Alright, do we get 1, 2, and 3? Good. Alright, that leaves me with like a minute 30 to cook anything else. So I just have like no time at all to do anything. We need dragon steak. We need dragon shank. We need dragon heart. We need some of this. Okay. So if we do that, we do that, and then take this and just immediately start chopping out things. Alright. Take this and like I've got nothing here. I just have wasted that whole setup. Like that really was nothing of any use. Come on. Alright. Alright. I just lost. Like, ridiculous.
Thank you for your hard work, chefs. Let's see what our judge has.
But apparently it served the food anyways? So you don't have to actually serve it on time? Interesting. But yeah, I probably lost there. Unless the game just really cheats on me.
Outstanding.
So we have a sun hat, tomato, Veronese, and it seems like the oven is still cooking the other dish, so maybe that'll show up in the second round. Maybe there's something we could do here that would build up a very good round. Topped with dragon heart and Corona nectar medley. That's 239. I'm tasting the fiery perfection I was looking for. 289. I've lost. Exactly like the festival, you managed to nail the smokiness too. Yeah, I don't think I got 289. Dragon steak curry with a side of dragon shank and dragon heart assortment. Let's see. Make sure all the judges have the dishes in front of them before the clock runs out. So 20 points because of that. 50. It's a slow burn. It makes the fire more exciting. And 25 for every ingredient. Great mouthful and impeccable flavor. This would be a fine addition to any menu. Like, I've totally lost there. Like, there's no reason for this to let me go on.
The judge's downfall has proven to be too much for our competitor.
Yeah.
Will all of their hard work be in vain?
Yeah, we were 130 off, and it does just rematch you. So how do we want to do this? Like, can we re-equip anything? Well, this puts you in a weird position because I don't know if this is because I haven't played in a while and I'm having a difficulty spike, or if this is that these guys are just really aggressive right now, and because of that there's more stuff to deal with. Let's go ahead and get this. Get the fiery sauce. Get Corona meat, I guess. So I'm waiting here, trying to. Like, the amount of mana you recover is fairly slow. And it seems like I might be able to take on this guy, but I don't know if that's really worth it. Let's see if we can. Like, no, you've just got like a half hit problem there. Alright, well, let's run this way. And let's try this again. And in this case, we'll see. 1, 2, 3. And then we'll stick that there. And we'll do nothing with that. And we'll drop that all on fiery sauce. And I didn't realize that was gonna work that way, but whatever. At least that'll give some fiery dish some time. There's really no running button. And see, that's a timer indicator.
This chef is a prude.
Like, they start talking to you at a certain point to let you know that you're just running out of time. So either you don't go for the ingredient at all, as far as I can tell. This is normal mode. This is the easiest setting there is. Or there's some kind of fighting technique that was just not mentioned at all, because yeah, you're not gonna be able to succeed there. There's just no success at all. So if my layout here had been vegetarian instead, there might have been something to that idea, but that's pretty much it. Just all I can do is put a bunch of tomatoes here and try and get all of these to merge and get like a 47 combo thing. And then we want that there, we want that there. Like I have 107, and then we can do that much. We can do that much. And then we can do that much. And we can serve to save ourselves 20. But that's it.
Thank you for your hard work, chefs. Let's
Like,
see what our judge has to say about your efforts.
I don't think this is just rustiness. I think this is intentional, ridiculous, old school video game BS difficulty spikes that we have here. Like, I have defeated the dragons in the past, but very possibly not with the ingredients, not within the time of an actual challenge. Let's just get through this, because we're gonna lose. We know we're gonna lose. There's no way. She's scoring a 200 to 275 to 300 point score, and I'm barely managing to get a
The judge is down.
I'm barely managing to get 150. Alright, so let's think about this. What can we do? Same ingredient times 5. Yes. Fiery sauce. 2 M's, 2 red sauces, red sauces. Combo pan. Maybe cloning. We have Stoics pan. Match 4, double permit. Match 2, only red. Well, there might be an idea there. But what else can we change? Mana, health, dagger slow enemies, double jump. The only other thing I could think of is using a prevented knockout once. And I don't think that helps me much. And I know that there's things at the store, but I don't even know how to, like, can we can reset, we can resume, we can go to the main menu. Perhaps there's a way we could then choose to go to the main menu and use the store. But I question that, certainly. And it doesn't feel like these types of creatures, it doesn't feel like the plants grow back. So you're in a bad position there. And I'm just getting hit really hard. And I tell you what I'm not having right now is fun. There's just nothing here I'd classify as a interesting challenge. It feels just like a, oh, you're gonna fail challenge. I think, yeah, if I had gotten a vegetarian challenge, there might be something there. Okay. So I'm going to put this in here, and then I'm going to put this in here, this in here, this in here, this in here, this in here. I can do that, and then that was a waste too. But there's no like combo matches here.
Nervous chef is relieved. I'll give you your word for it.
Okay. And then get rid of the bones, get rid of the poison, and take this and start cooking. And we have like 2 more minutes. So unless I can get a decent amount of more food in here, which I really can't. It really is just like, what the heck happened? How could the game all of a sudden be so much more difficult? When up until this point it just hasn't really been like that. Let's see. Yeah. What am I supposed to do? I have like 60 seconds. The oven's not fast enough to do a dish. I don't have a way of merging multiple dishes together. Alright, there's one more thing I want to try. And this is about the only thing I can think of doing is using the item unless there is a special thing around that idea, or there's a special idea around maybe I only am getting like 2-star gems instead of 3-star gems, which I don't think that's the case. Like the only other thing I can think is using the knockout protection. But I don't see how the next challenge is going to be any easier. Unless dragon meat gives you a ridiculously high amount of score, which maybe it does. Maybe dragon meat in total would just give me 100 extra points. Lantern fruit eclair with tacaberry and eggs medley. So that doesn't sound like that has any of the ingredients. The fire intensity comes through in every bite. You see a bunch of gems here. Like there's only so much room for these essence gems in the first place. Meal fit for King Heinrich. Now we have boron sparrow ribs topped with sun hat tomato and Corona stomach medley. 135, no dragon, even after the chairman's inspiring words, so that immediately takes out 60 points. Then it gives you 50 back for fiery perfection. I'm not ever over heals with your injury, but it's a fine use of the ingredients.
The judges.
And all you can do is rematch. You can't go back and do anything else. So, mana plus daggers slow enemies might be the only other thing we could do other than just prevent a knockout once. And then serve a dish that contains the same ingredients 5 times. Maybe. See, match 3, match 4, double promote, or combo. Should I be using the combo pan, or should I be using the match 4 pan? Probably should be using the match 4 pan and just get rid of the oven. Yeah, you cannot win this game. Not without taking out the dragon. And so we may, unfortunately, be at the last recording of this series just because we're going to end up rage quitting. Alright, see, the only thing I can think is doing something like this, and trying something like this, and then getting, like, really good at it to try and stay in the air and take out these guys, which, yes, I suppose if you manage to do that, you can pull that trick off. And now it's all gonna be about getting as much of that to go as fast as possible. Darn it. But my satchel's way full now. So, what do we want? Dragon heart, and dragon steak, and dragon shank, and tomatoes. And we'll start that through there. Start that through there. Let's see, unless this then made a match of 4, which it doesn't, then there's kind of nothing here that needs to be worried about too much. And let's come over here. And let's stir. Oh, that's in a bad position, but we can, I think, adjust that to add this spicy ketchup. And take this and match that. And then add this one.
I'll take your word for it.
And add this. And add spicy of that. Like, what else can we do at this level? Well, at like 187, we've got just a little bit of fire that we could try and add a little bit more. We can get something flat, which wouldn't be that. Take that, take that, take a sauce, take a bean. We can add this here. And then we can add fiery sauce to that. And that gets me to 212. And yeah, I don't think there's anything else you can do. So unless there was a time reward, like 215. And it does seem like you could pick up your meal if you put it down accidentally, but you don't really have the full length of time. It seems like there should be a way to put down the meal and then like go through the menu and just say skip to the end instead of it just automatically skipping to the end. But I still probably have lost here. Let's not beat around the bush here. I had another minute, at which point I could have kind of done nothing. Like, there's perhaps a way if I had like 3 tomatoes and cooked and combined those 3 tomatoes, then that would be a upgraded version of the gems, and then I could take those and put them in the base dish. Sure. But that's, I don't think gonna change much. So hers was 184, so our score was higher to start with. So we may get through bonuses a victory here. But this really sucks. This is not... I mean, this is the gameplay they have been offering, and up until this point it's been fine, but now it's just driving me crazy. It's not what I want at all, because I kind of was expecting a breeze, considering how it's been mostly a breeze throughout the rest of the game. Difficulty spikes in games are the worst. Like, they kill games, they kill runs very easily, and it totally tells me I would never want to play this game on hard mode. I wouldn't have wanted to play this game on hard mode anyways, because there's just way too much visual novel story being told instead of actual game. But even now that we are being given a challenge, they clearly didn't put the time and effort to polish the gameplay mechanic enough. And I would say in a match 3 game, you really do have to do a lot of polish, otherwise you will make a game that is very much a generic match 3 game that doesn't really play that well. You run into the danger of a Candy Crush clone, being called a Candy Crush clone, and at that point there's just better competition out there. So she got 234. Dragon heart dumplings garnished with dragon steak and dragon shank Malay. 250 plus 50. I love that the fire's intensity comes through in every bite. You don't get any bonus for having all fire. Exactly like the festivals, you managed to nail the smokiness too. So 265.
The iron stomach's done it.
I barely did it.
Mina wins.
I barely did it with 31 points over.
Beautiful cooking, Mina. I can see the heart you put into the dish.
And so if you only had to beat one of these people, that would be more than fair.
Wow, thank you very much.
Mina, you may now take a moment to prepare for round 2. We'll begin as soon as you're ready.
Okay. So, what do we want to do? Let's try this. Let's see. We're probably not going to do fire. So I'm going to instead go earth and water. Which is about the only thing I can think of. And since we know that that's not gonna work, we can put in a combo pan, and I think at this point we do need the slow cooker, and that's the best bet I can make. Is the absolute best bet I can make. And so unless they throw a twist in here that makes this way easier, we're just on the verge of some more pain.
The two judges for the second round are
We have yet
Instructor
another judge we've never seen before. Very late in the game to introduce new characters.
We've seen many excellent dishes this year. This entry must be technically perfect to avoid disqualification. I'm asking for a dish only featuring water, but that means the flavor profile must be perfection.
So she wants only water.
The next judge is...
I don't know if that's really true.
His note just reads, Rudis, actor, artist.
Rudis, actor, artist.
Nice speech there, Cherry. Those of us left awake are ready for some good eats.
So, Good Eats is a cooking show. Perhaps this is a bad guy, and so maybe we won't actually have to do a battle here.
These muscles don't feed themselves, you know. Body by earth and water, my friends.
Earth and water.
The next Brigadier you face is known for turning simple meals into exquisite works of art. Diners are always in store for an extraordinary experience with the transformative gastronomer, Lieutenant Spoon. We now turn our
You kind of know that the whole food battle brigade is a joke when you have lieutenants named Spoon and Fork and Knife.
Resilience. A Brigadier understands their limits, but seeks endlessly to test them. While they may falter when beset with a seemingly impossible task, nevertheless, they persevere. No monster tests a contestant's dexterity better than this next adversary. A being so impregnable, it's as solid as the mountains themselves.
See, I think we're going to be in the caves.
Only a true battle chef can overcome the unyielding Armor Rock.
Armor Rock. Okay, no, we're going to be in the sky.
Chefs, begin!
Alright, well... we did get to keep the ingredients from the last one, so there is, I think, some benefit there. Alright, let's see. Let's go ahead and grab that. And we'll have to return everything. There. And let's see, earth and water. That and that and that and that and that. There we go. And hopefully that cooks down so I can actually squeeze all the amarok in it. So we have a minute. And this guy drops icicles and things, but that's not exactly what you're looking for. I really don't have enough time to be picking up let's see, it's this. Connect here, dance that together, dance that together. Dance that together. Okay. Armoric heart. Armoric ribs. And we're still missing something that it would be Armorock-ish. There's some BS happening here too that needs to be addressed. Because in a real cooking, you could potentially have the base of a sauce or something ready and prepared to... Okay, so the item only just saves you from a knockout at that point. Like, yeah, you could definitely cook something that would totally connect to another other item. Okay, well, scale feet, gnocchi fruit, watery sauce. Merge all these together.
You've been dreaming of this tournament your whole life, huh?
Yes. I've wanted to join the brigade since my father told me stories about it as a child.
You're just like me then. Trust in yourself and you'll bring something new and beautiful to our culinary landscape. I'll do my
Alright, we needed something with earth. So I'm gonna put that here, I'm gonna put that here, start that cooking, and we'll start that to there, and that there, and then add more water. And then we're gonna come over here and take out bones. And take out that. And then put that here. And yeah, there's no way earth is gonna work here. We would need to increase the amount of earth quite a bit. And that's just not gonna happen, is it? And this ingredient's not going anywhere either. So I have like 250. So unless the score could be majorly improved, I would have to come out here. And I might as well come out here and try my best to find anything that is fairly easy to get. And fill up my inventory just for the next battle, if I make it to the next battle. Because yeah, there's no saving this. Yeah, there's no saving that dish. Either one of them. That's as good as they're gonna get. I mean, you could potentially try and get all the way up to the area over here and wait for one of these to drop, but that's about it. See, there's a whole flying area, flying realm that they're not even touching on. Is there anything else I could throw in here to change anything? Like, I suppose I can throw this in here and it might as well happen. And then here's your water and earth, and here's your water. So unless Lieutenant Spoon just does particularly bad and the game cheats for you again, I've probably lost. Why are the 3 dishes on the left glowing, I wonder? And I don't think I got all 3 ingredients. So she has candle gourd lava cake served with Versket tail and Amarok liver assortment. That's 88 plus 50. You've captured the water essence of the watery flavors without your dish becoming overly complex. Also, her dish was not pure blue, which neither was mine, but obviously that's not going to get penalized. This attempt is very good, but the execution leaves something to be desired. Keep practicing. So 138.
Exceptional.
We have amarok chopped flat noodles with a side of amarok liver and gnocchi fruit melon. And that's 150 with another 50. So we might have won here, but then we lose 20 because some of the ingredients taste spoiled. I guess that's probably the poison and the bone. I could have cut that out. I missed that. Alright. Slime water mochi with a side of scald breast and gnocchi fruit medley. Hey, you got some earth and water in here, huh? That's 154, but it was balanced. Seconds, please. So 292 is what we've got to beat.
My mouth says yes, but my waistline says no.
So I need to have 120 roughly points here, which I think we can do this. Cheap chi horn mooncake served with sapphire dew and eggs medley. Your dish isn't hitting me in the face with enough earth and water at the same time. You need equal parts of both to keep me interested. So I'm down to 193. Well, now bake a cake. Wait, that's not how this works. 378. By the skin of my teeth, one there.
Stunning victory for the Iron Stomach. Mina wins.
I actually won by like 60 points, and again, it just feels like the game cheated for me to have that happen. I don't feel like I earned that at all.
Definitely got what it takes. I'll be rooting for you. Thank you, Lieutenant Spoon. I'm honored.
You are almost there, Mina. Take one last moment to prepare, and then the match that decides it all will begin.
And see, now the craziness is if you lost and it resets you everywhere, that would be crazy. Okay, we need 3 satchel increase, obviously, because saving you from a knockout once is totally not worth it. Same ingredients 5 times. I think in this time we will taste gem in vegetables and fruits is promoted. Yeah, let's use that. I should have been using that the whole time. Extend combo, give bone ingredients, times 2 poison ingredients, times 3 rainbow ingredients. That's probably the best one. And yeah, let's do this. Now, we're probably going to be making Hydra, which will be a really hard fight to get any Hydra meat at all. And they scroll over there, and you can see your parents actually are in the background in that image. So there's actually 2 backgrounds.
On my right is Pontida, Discipline's hammer.
Well, I wasn't thinking she'd ever be a judge. I wasn't thinking any of these people would ever be judges.
German. Mina, ignore any distractions and focus on your work. Lieutenant, I look forward to seeing your skill in person.
So does everybody who owns a restaurant actually act as a judge and work in the Battle Chef Brigade? Is it a monopoly, actually?
I'm not one for exotic tastes and fine dining. Bring me an earth dish worthy of the Brigade, but suitable for my Crescent regulars.
So Earth.
In keeping with our traditions, I will serve as first judge of this final match. I've watched your skill grow with each match. It is my honor to test your merit. It's a chairman's privilege to request a taste profile as resplendent as himself. An unusual dish that harnesses all flavors in a powerful rainbow gem. That is what I ask of you.
So he wants rainbow gems.
And on my left, Thorn the Blightstalker.
Or he wants a balance of all 3. Interesting.
Right. Bring me a dish worthy of my trophy roll, and don't disappoint me. Too many times in life I've soared, only to catch fire and crash back into the unforgiving ground. Give me something that makes me relive the taste of that fire and earth. Preferably a good pairing with Dwarven Red.
So she mentions Dwarven Red as in wine. So
Our
we need fire and earth more than anything.
Plunge from the highest of heights into the deepest depths to discover the last piece of Brigadier philosophy. Unity. Lurking beneath the molten lakes of the caverns, the final theme ingredient is one that displays just how much scarier two heads are than one, and how truly terrifying six can be. The brigade could not stand if every member didn't work together, regardless of their role, their background, their skills. Those adventurous enough to
There's
trek deep
nothing to say about
will
this
come face to
story
face with
either.
Victusia's master
It's
mutator,
just bloviating and over talking.
the deceptive Hydra.
So there's 4 types of Hydra meat.
It's time to go all out. Chefs, stun us with your visionary creations. Let the final round begin.
Okay. So, here we go. And we have ingredients that would help us somewhat, but only somewhat. And this is the other layout where we have to go over here. And that's Hydra neck. And we'll take the sauce and we'll try and fight the Hydras here. And we'll get some caps and we'll see if we can keep a fight here without dying. And the answer to that is no. So, like, we are getting the upgraded elements to this though, so that's nice. But killing the Hydra is all this is gonna, all of your time is gonna be around this idea of you've just gotta kill the Hydras, because you just won't have any other time to do anything else. Let's get out of here and let's start something cooking here. We should have done this a while ago. Hydra neck, earth, fire and earth, fire and earth, fire and earth, and we'll just start all that cooking. And all that has is Hydra neck in it, which is, I guess, enough of the ingredient, but probably not what you really want here. Hydra lungs. Earthen sauce. Yeah. You totally don't have time to fight the Hydra though multiple times. So we've got to make a couple of dishes here. One needs to be with all the Hydra, so Hydra fin, and then Hydra neck, and not Hydra lungs. And so in that balance we need to, I don't know what we need to do. Get rid of that stuff to start off with and stick this here and see if we can merge some things together. And I guess we just let that happen. And I guess we should have this over here. Now, I don't even have like another dish going. We need something that's just all green. Alright, so what can we use that's relatively good that would be all green? Just do that. And then all that. And then that. And that. And then I'm gonna just put a Hydra neck in here so it has some ingredients of something. And so we got fire, green, and blue, and we need red and green, which I guess then I could do that. And it's not really balanced, but I could throw in some more Hydra necks and then do this and do this and then just throw in another Hydra neck and do this, and I think that's about as good as we're gonna get. And we have like a 250 here that's red, green, and blue, but we don't have enough greens. So rainbow ingredients, and then green.
That's true. There's going to be more farming soil in here than I'd like.
Quite so.
We have like plenty of time, and yet I still can't really do anything. Like, it's really crazy. It's just, I have plenty of time, but to try to get this balanced, I need the greens to merge up quite a bit. I could throw that in there, and I could probably throw that in there, and I could do that, and probably do that. We needed a balance in fire too. Let's see here. Here. This is so bad. What is this one supposed to be? This is supposed to be fire and green, but this is really bad too. We just have like a incredible large amount of time going on. We have a 290 dish, but yeah. I'm gonna take that. I'm gonna put that there. That has a rainbow color to it, so I think that means this dish is probably as done as it's gonna be. So then we just need to go get some more green stuff. There's just no trick here. Get more mushrooms. And see if we can get some more mushrooms. And we've still got 3 minutes, so there's no reason to really quit. Let's just squeeze that in there. And that in there. Take that. And we'll get rid of things that we don't need. And then we'll add more mushrooms. And do we have any combinations we could be making? Yes. Alright. That is what I'm kind of dropping the ball on, is the general idea of upgrading things and making sure there's items in here that help. Here we go. That. Let's see. And that. And that. And that. And that. Let's keep on throwing in items. We've got a minute 30. As far as fire and earth, this one will be balanced in the next stop. So I could try to run around and get more things, but I don't think that's going to work. So I'm going to just say, here's your fire and earth dish. Here's a really good dish here. And let's just hope that there was a theme ingredient in each of these. Fingers crossed we did everything, otherwise we are going to have to work really hard. And there's a really fancy dish. So I guess there's just kind of an aura that zooms, that hovers over dishes based on how balanced it is. It would have been nice if the game had explained that earlier, like way earlier or ever. Come on. Fingers crossed, let's just be done with this game. So I have, he served slime core meringue topped with quarry cap and hydrofin assortment. I gave him 175. The earth in this dish was phenomenal. Even my pickiest regulars would be pleased. Expertly done. I'd be proud to serve this to my customers. So you got 228 there. I have wind fruit fried rice with a side of earthen sauce and quarry cap melong. The earth in this dish is phenomenal. Even my pickiest regulars would be pleased. That's 186. Using the same ingredients so frequently was a risky move, but you excelled in bringing out its variety. 211. I'd offer you a job immediately, but your talent will take you far greater places than my humble crescent. I wish you nothing but the best. 211 versus his score of 228. So we're still probably gonna win. This is a really crazy looking dish. I've seen people do that with like a caramel cage, making a lattice cage out of like sugar and caramel. Iceberg turnip pie with a side of slime sauce and lantern fruit assortment. Still kind of weird that they serve desserts next to protein entrees. I'd say it's exactly as I wished. Rainbow is the undisputed star of this dish. So that's 213. I have 300 something. These flavors are absolutely stunning. I could gaze at you plating all day. I don't have a single complaint. So he's at 441. I served hydrofin soup. Now see, this is the best point where you can see that aura, where it's red, green, and blue. Served with hydro neck and hydro lungs medley. So at 310, it's exactly I wish. Rainbow is the undisputed star of this dish. I'm at 360. So unless he beats me on the last dish by like 100 points, I've won. Magnificent. You're raising the bar of excellence with each dish, each new dish. This also probably is a great indicator that you really aren't going to get higher than about 400 points. Like, I don't see a way you really could. Like, not unless they introduce something else that would increase the value a lot. So I'm at 571 versus his 441. So he would have to overtake me by 130 points. He's serving looper fire bladder meatloaf topped with loopier leg and loopier bladder assortment. He has 113, the fire and earth, the burn of the pain, I remember. 163 now. The incredible, I'll flay anyone who attempts to take this dish from me. Now there would have been a lot of ways I could have messed up here, though, because I could have left poison and bones in all of these dishes, or just not gotten Hydra meat. Or basic things. I could have had no ingredients for the previous runs, which the ingredients for the previous runs really didn't help me that much. I could have had the total wrong equipment equipped. I could have had the total wrong modifications and bonus books equipped. Steamed Hydra rolls topped with brisket tail and iceberg turnip assortment. It also kind of sucks to hit a difficulty spike on the first battle and then manage to kind of breeze through it again like the rest of the game in all the previous battles. That's why they're called difficulty spikes and not difficulty shoot ups or plateaus. So 195 is what I got. The fire and earth, the burn, the pain, I remember. Every monster is perfectly prepared. All the hunting really paid off. 766.
And with that, the Iron Stomach earns her place in the Brigade.
Thank goodness. Show me the credits, say game over.
It is my
But
joy
we
to
can't really end the game here.
Mina Han,
Because
our newest Brigadier.
Because if we end the game here, then the whole mystery story that they've bent over backwards to waste our time telling us would just end. And that'd be a very disappointing way to end the story. I beat him by 162 points. Again, I still feel like the game is cheating for you. I still feel like I really didn't earn those scores. You can also see on this one screen, which this one screen is so out of place compared to all the other screens on the game. But you can see here that you are never in any scenario going to cook more than 3 dishes. There's just not enough room for anything else.
I knew when I saw that spark in your eye that we had a winner, and I'm glad that I wasn't let down.
So I guess the rules are, if you hadn't beaten all 3 of these lieutenants, you would have not made it into the brigade, regardless of like a clean sweep in the proving tournament. Which means some tournaments could very easily end with nobody making it into the brigade, which is an odd way to recruit for a brigade, unless the truth is they have way too many men already.
Yeah. Welcome to the brigade.
And none of these lieutenants have like any kind of insignias or patches from what you can really see.
I was moved watching you cook.
They seem to
Every
just
chef should have
dress
as much
however they want.
determination as you do.
It's weird.
Thank you, lieutenants. I can't wait to begin working.
Everyone, please put your hands together for our newest battle chef, Mina Han.
She did it. I knew she could do it.
And see, they zoom in on the family that you can clearly tell that they have just been added in and that they don't match with the rest of the family. Where's your male friend, though? He's not in the audience, apparently? Because you see the whole family here, and you see unreferenced characters to the left and the right, but your male friend is not there. And here you have a very anime, you did it
This year's tournament has to
up
have been our fiercest yet. I am so proud
victory
of
pose.
all our contestants. The way our country's
And I got an
chefs
achievement
fought back the monster at
there.
hand was swift and decisive. Even now, our team
So it
is
seems like
hard at work
everybody we
to
challenged
figure out the cause and
made it,
solution.
with
Everyone
perhaps the
chefs
exception
before
of the
us
zombie
guard
guy.
the safety of our people. putting aside their own hopes
and some other people we
dreams for the tournament.
don't know.
Today we celebrate the new members of the Battle Chef Brigade.
Yeah,
They will go
it's
on
almost
to
every
be
character we've
ambassadors,
seen.
protectors, providers, researchers,
And they get
pioneers.
outfits,
Ladies and gentlemen,
uniforms.
your new Battle Chefs. And so, Mina joined the ranks of the Battle Chef Brigade, and it was the happiest moment of her life. Unfortunately, she had no time to rest on her hard-won laurels. The mystery of the mutation
You see
still
the
loomed overhead.
family
Not a
of
swath
uh,
throughout Victusia,
Thrash in the
the
background.
mutation touched many lives.
Oh my goodness, there's like 2 more chapters. Oh, this game is way too long. Way too long. Like we're down to the point where the only way I could the only way I could even recommend playing this game for people is if they're playing in speedrun mode, which I hope would skip through all the story, because it's just such a drag. But we are in that unenviable position where there's nothing good to look forward to. Like, I'm not really loving the gameplay mechanic of the match 3 stuff and the cooking. I'm not really liking the story. It kind of goes between those 2 mechanics back and forth.
What am I saying? They better watch out for her.
Okay, so now we're playing as Thrash.
What's this?
So I can't look at my loadout. We are now playing as this guy. I wonder if this is all DLC too. Or maybe we are now going to play as Thrash and challenge Mina. You can see at the top here, it is still the same record of Shiv, Leonard, Kieran, Caesar, Quetzal, Wise, Ziggy, which Ziggy was the one person that didn't make it into the brigade and got knocked out. Knife, then Spoon, then Fork, which that was the order in which we defeated the last 3. And yeah, it does look like the game is going to just keep us going, and there's enough room at that top black bar to indicate that there is probably 6 more battles. Oh man, talk about frustrating. Yeah, it is getting harder and harder in my mind to justify to keep playing this game, but we'll do at least 1 more episode, because maybe something will drastically change, and maybe the next 2 chapters will be particularly short. We have seen in the past some chapters be rather short. Anyways, that's going to be it for this recording. As always, I ask you to like, share, subscribe, comment, and watch every second of my videos. If you want a friend or follow me on any social media sites, there's a whole bunch of links down below in the description box. And if you want to support me further, there's a link to Patreon, or you can friend me on Steam and gift me a game off my wishlist. Thank you for watching. Have a good evening.